Hello, everybody, and welcome to Winning at Talent Search Every Time with Talent and Intelligence. My name's Jana Lass, and I'm the VP of Marketing at Censia, a leading talent intelligence provider that helps you make better people decisions. As a hiring manager and someone who's been in tech for over a decade, I know how incredibly difficult and time-consuming sourcing talent can be. Many of the early stage startups I have worked for didn't have any dedicated recruiting function. So when I needed to build a team, essentially I was acting as my own recruiter. And it was understanding that difficult process in finding good quality talent that brought me to Censia. Censia was built to allow companies to find great people faster, and so that billions of people could start being seen for the jobs they're qualified for. Empowering talent acquisition teams to find top fit talent, hiring managers will love fast. Recruiters and talent acquisition teams have an incredibly difficult job in today's market, which is incredibly competitive. Post-pandemic, many of you are working with fewer recruiting resources than you have in the past, as it was one of the first functions in many organizations that was reduced, and in most cases still hasn't been restored to full force. We hear from many of our clients that they feel like they are also constantly competing for the same limited pools of high quality candidates. And a lot of those candidates feel like they are constantly being inundated with contact from recruiters. The past few years have also really shed light on many of the diversity gaps that exist in the workforce. And even more emphasis than ever before in history is being placed on the need to produce really diverse candidate pipelines, both ethnically, gender diverse, and otherwise. And then, yes, I'm going to talk about it, the Great Resignation. That voluntary employee turnover is at an all-time high, and organizations are frantically trying to mitigate the bleeding, and it's creating this critical sense of urgency to backfill churned roles that you didn't have planned for otherwise. So it's really not hard to see why recruiting has become such an incredibly demanding role. And then let's add what I would call the elephant in the room, or rather the purple squirrel, is that more and more roles we see, hiring manager requirements are getting nuanced, more granular, more specific. And everyone wants that perfect hire with just the right mix of skills, qualifications, industry experience, and proven track record. So it has to fit all of these hiring managers' requirements perfectly. Sometimes those candidates might seem like they are mythical unicorns that just don't exist, or at least don't exist for the salary requirements you might be able to offer them. But more often than not, it's that over-specification of requirements that just makes the perfect candidate or your purple squirrel very hard to find. And inbound applicants are rarely hitting the mark in that search for your purple squirrel, so sourcing them yourself has become the best option. Thinking back to searching for candidates in some of my past company lives, I would go in and type in that title and a few keywords, and the kind of person I was looking for, maybe generally set up a location radius, start looking through profiles of a slate of candidates of whatever came up. And then I would be reading through all these different profiles, and I don't even want to think right now about how much time I spent looking for profiles that weren't really a fit. And I was always looking for very specific titles, but the social search platforms that were available to use for sourcing and searching didn't really have a match for that title. So maybe I'm trying to put in other titles that might be similar or related, looking things up, wanting somebody who's worked for previously another early stage startup, or this size of the company needs hands-on experience with this. Maybe there's certain industry vertical that they're looking for. And ultimately, it just ended up being incredibly time consuming because all of that criteria just wasn't tailored to the search functionality I had available. Ultimately, trying to source the kinds of candidates I needed turned out to be an incredibly time consuming process because the context and nuance I needed to develop a really relevant slate of candidates just didn't exist in these tools. These other sourcing and candidate search platforms were limiting my ability to find candidates I needed because they function on skill or title keyword matching. But people are so much more than keywords. So if you want to find the best candidate, it leaves you having to sort out the details or inferring and cross-referencing additional information to obtain that context that you need to do your job well. In some of my organizations, I was lucky enough to have a recruiting team. And even when I had a recruiting team, we spent tons of time together looking through these profiles and cross-referencing the details for these nuanced, skilled roles I was looking for. And this is where Censia Talent Intelligence can really make the difference. We've reimagined the candidate sourcing process to go beyond this keyword matching and make candidate search smarter, fairer, and faster while delivering you a whole slate of Purple Squirrel candidates that meet your needs. Censia really empowers you to focus on the whole picture of a candidate and perform a search in a new way so that you can uncover top candidates you may have never seen otherwise. So how does it work? We've pulled in billions of data points on candidates and companies and the skills landscape and really just acquired all of this data. And then we've normalized it so that we can make it usable and really glean insights and intelligence around their candidates and their performance in context. Then we use AI and data science to really deliver those right candidates from our database of hundreds of millions of professionals to you natively in the ATS system that you might be using, or even through our own UI, but really being able to enhance your overall search experience. And we've got a great team, so our deep understanding of how to address the most difficult search needs allows you to really hone in on the top fit talent that you have, creating a short list of those purple squirrels easily and within minutes, really. Each one of them has that unique combination of skills, experience, and performance indicators that you're looking for to deliver you the best candidates. And that works not just for intelligent sourcing, but if you're looking to rank your inbound applicants, maybe rediscover old applicants that are lying in your ATS that are a great fit as well, or even employees that are existing within your organizations that would be great fit for new roles that you hadn't considered before, but really allows you to find many great fit shining stars that are a perfect balance of the criteria you need to nail your candidate search and make hiring managers happy. If you want to learn more about how Censia can help you win a candidate search and empower you to discover a short list of these top quality, best fit, and diverse candidates in seconds, let's chat at our virtual booth, or you can visit us at censia.com and request a personalized demo to see it for yourself. Thank you. Hope you have a great day.